Hello and welcome to the channel, YouTube world. This is a little bit of a weird video that I'm making. It's going to compromise of a quick trailer for WWE 2K Battlegrounds coming out later this fall. It's going to be a quick snippet of me playing WWE 2K20 like I have on my channel, but this time not on the PS4 Pro. I purchased it on Steam. It was $20 Canadian for the deluxe. I figured I would take a look at it now that I've got a new graphics card. And I'm going to showcase a little bit of footage of that, and I'm also going to very quickly talk to you about what was said by Patrick Gilmore, the executive director, or something like that, some fancy thing over at 2K for the direction that WWE 2K22 will be taken, because as I've mentioned before in my other video, WWE 2K21, Aladdin, it's been cancelled. So right away, Battlegrounds is coming out. There is no music, and that allows me to basically flap my gums. It's just a quick little preview. I'm going to leave a link down in the description box if you want to hear the sound. I just don't want to get penalized on my YouTube channel for copyright striking, potentially. There's no word on whether or not this is coming to console or not. See, that was just like literally a very quick preview. It kind of reminds me of... oh yeah, the Batista thing. Anyways, it kind of reminds me, what's that game? All-Stars. Remember WWE All-Stars on last gen console? That was pretty cool. So at least I thought it was. So it looks like it's going to be a little bit similar to that. We don't know much about it. At least I don't. As of the making of this video, I don't know a lot about it. I'm trying to like skip through this quickly. So now on to first thing was the Battlegrounds, because that's official now. That's coming out. The next thing, before 22 comes number 21, and that's cancelled. Before 21 is 20, the current game. When it comes to updates, Patrick Gilmore has stated it's very, very unlikely that there are going to be any future updates to this game. The team is solely, exclusively working on 2K22 to be released next fall, like next, year of 2021. So here's an article from GameComicBook.com written by Connor Casey. Obviously, he just rambles on for a couple of seconds. Well, actually, I'm rambling what he typed. So I'm plagiarizing it on purpose because it's more or less my own words, but instead of reading off my notes, I'm going to read off his notes. But he's also quoting a lot of what Patrick said. So anyhow, let's get right into it. There'll be a link down in the description if you want to read this as well. So between the poor reviews and millions of dollars lost, WWE 2K and games opted to scrap their annual installment, blah, blah, blah. There's going to be Battlegrounds. I've already said that. The next major installment will be 2K22. Executive Director Patrick Gilmore hosted a Reddit AMA, Ask Me Anything, I think is what that means, on Friday, in which he dived into what the future of the game will look like. Gilmore claimed, in terms of core gameplay, his team is looking back at retro classics like WWF No Mercy and WWE SmackDown Here Comes the Pain. Don't ask me what that was. For inspiration, we're looking at much-loved previous games like No Mercy, he says. Here Comes the Pain, along with top franchise installments and more modern wrestling and fighting games to build an all-new philosophical foundation for the game, Gilmore wrote. And he says, again, and I quote, "People who hope that we holistically adopt the control scheme or philosophy from one of their favorite games are likely to be disappointed. We're trying to combine the best ideas out there into a brand new wrestling experience that sets a new standard." Which, with all due respect, is going to be really hard to do based on how 2K20 was. However, I will give them, after a few updates, did it ever quickly become something that I was pleasantly surprised I was enjoying despite how atrocious launch was. For depth, we're looking at a lot of ring position, deeper combos, working moves, limb damage, technical capabilities, match momentum and unlocks, he says. And rock, paper, scissors strategy by archetype and player type, he continued to say. Depth doesn't come from the manual skill of pressing the proper buttons, but from the psychological game of anticipating and countering your opponent's strategy. And this needs to be built in from the very foundation. So expect a significant evolution in gameplay with the next installment, he says. And along with an in-depth description of the customization options, Gilmore talked about the personality he wants to bring back to the franchise, The last aspect of great gameplay is capturing the essence of professional wrestling, which has dimensions of drama, changing context, massive roster, backstage action, weapons and props, audience participation, and spectacles, he says. One of the huge challenges of the franchise is finding ways for players to feel in control of the vast number of potential outcomes in a given match. While we take lessons from fighting games, action RPGs, and other games, this aspect helps us stay focused on delivering a through-and-through wrestling game. While we're determined to deliver the spectacle and specific moments of a genuine match, I can say we're trying to get away from UI pop-ups or mini-games to represent things like pins and reversals, and instead move those concepts into more fully realized mechanics which feel like extensions of the main experience. And that's pretty much it. That was just like a quick snippet of it. I'm also going to leave in the description box, if I can find it, a link to the Reddit discussion where he was on, where he kind of, you know, did some stuff. People were asking some questions. But the main gist was there is a new game coming, Playgrounds. That's like a cheap little All-Stars-ish kind of game. I think Battlegrounds is even on iOS and Android. It's on mobile gaming, or it's similar to it. Whatever. That's going to hold us off. And basically, 22 is coming out. There are going to be no updates to 20, more than likely not. That was huge news because I was kind of excited. Oh, and the reason why it wasn't being updated anymore, I think it was partially because we were blaming console users, because custom arenas, custom players or characters, wrestlers, creator wrestlers, were causing memory leaks or something like that, and it was basically almost virtually impossible to actually have the consoles be powerful enough to handle those assets. At least that's what I heard from Patrick Gilmore, I think is what he quoted in an interview. So those are the reasons why it's more than likely not going to be updated. As I said, how long am I into this? Yeah, that's not too bad. I'm actually excited to show you this now. I don't know how well it's going to run, only because, and yeah, I'm probably going to use a trainer, get over it. And that is, now, my vision's really good, but, you know, some people like 4K. I slap on these goggles right here, and I essentially, well, that's nice. Oh, there we go. Let's get into the game here. Like I said, I just bought this WWE 2K20 for PC. And I've got my new, you know, controller, good for me. Oh, we're on the same update, 1.08, so it's numbered the same. Alright, we're gonna have to get rid of that music pronto. Otherwise, I'm gonna get demonetized. And no, I'm not kidding. So let's do that first and foremost. Audio vault music. Yeah, I think it's the jukebox, basically. I want to uncheck all. Shh. There we go. If my video cut right here, it's because there was an issue with the music. I'm going to start off with normal. Reversal limits off. Submission mini games. Yeah, we're going to do that. Injury. You know, it's weird. Injuries, I've never seen injuries in this game. Entrance, run in, mid-mat, blah, blah. Blood. No, we want blood. We definitely want blood. I'm not going to lie. I am very excited to check this out. Oh, that's interesting. 59.940 hertz. Not quite 60 frame. Windowed? No. But then why do I have black borders on each side? That's what I want to know. That, to me, is what's interesting. Give me a second here. Well, that made it worse. But actually, while I'm doing that, there, I wanted to watch my OBS to make sure that I'm still recording. That's the one thing about computers that sometimes bug me a little bit. You can kind of see it faintly at the far right, and at the far left there's a little bit of a black border. Anyhow, 1920 by 1080. Apparently you can do 4K, but I don't have a 4K window. Let me just do windowed for a second. Now let me go back to 1920 by 1080. There, I think that fixed it. Yeah, it fixed it, so I wasn't crazy. Okay, VSync, on or off. Shadows, on or off. Just very simple. FXAA, on or off. There are no, like, different levels. There's no, like, very high or ultra. There's just low, medium, and high. Audience density. You can remove the audience, so it kind of feels like the WWE of today with no audience. Depth of field, we'll leave that on, and motion blur we'll leave on. So there's not a lot of graphical options. Some people that were doing these before were just going, oh yeah, look at this, da -da -da, and they weren't showing what all, you know, the options were. And it was kind of ticking me off. So we're just going to do a quick little, whatever you want to call it. I don't even know what you want to call it, to be honest. Let's just do a quick play. A quick one-on-one. Let's do an extremes rule. Entrances on. I'm probably going to skip it, but we'll definitely take a quick look at it. I am on an SSD, so I want to see if that makes a difference as well. Where's my man? It would help if I knew the alphabet. I'm not expecting, oh my goodness. Let me just get to this here. Sorry, I should have gone the other way, but I'm distracted because I'm recording. Edit, I'm not gonna edit nothing. And then who are we going to face? Oh, that's a good one. I don't want it to be overly complicated. I don't want to take too long either. Let's go up against Cesaro. Antonio Cesaro. Remember when that was his name? Yeah, well, I do. We're going to select an arena. WrestleMania 32, 33. I don't remember which one was at night. What was that one that was at, like, nighttime? Was that 34? Let's do the newest I don't know. Let me just pick one. How's that? Title match off, entrance on, match options, standard referee. Oh yeah, let's pick a zombie referee. Why? Because I can. Fast momentum, big head off. No one's probably watching this, and that's okay. I'm actually really intrigued to see how it runs on an SSD, because on my PS4 Pro, holy pineapple, we're already in. That's insane. It looks like the entrances are locked at 30 frames, if you could see down below. I'm not gonna lie, that doesn't exactly look ugly. Hey, hey, hey. I guess we are skipping. Oh, what was that?
It's Extreme Rules, folks, and the action can leave you speechless. Corey,
oh my goodness.
Well, the main thing is to remember that anything you can imagine is within the rules.
All is fair in love and war, and that goes for Extreme Rules, too.
What would you know about love, Byron?
Come on, get up.
Anyway, the pin or submission has to
oh, look at that. You're too slow.
Oh, man. Elbow drop.
You like the stick? Huh? You want some of that? How do I pick up the stick? For real, how do I pick up... Come on, how do I pick up the stick?
Interesting move here, taking the match to the outside.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Reversal. Cesaro showing his prowess.
What?
That'll cost some teeth.
Kevin Owens doing a great job.
No, no, no. No, not the apron. Let's do a quick little match here.
If you ask me, guys, matches like this where there are essentially no rules are one giant free
right in the gut.
where absolutely anything can happen. Oh, shows no mercy. In that poor chair.
There we go.
Like a twisted heap. Is there something to focus on when preparing for this career-altering match? You got to accept the fact that you're going to be
so basically,
like you've never been punished before.
I think the graphics are relatively the same as the PS4 Pro.
Can't stop you.
You can set the rule book ablaze.
Oh, I got slugged right in the skull. Alright, let's take this inside. They usually say, let's take this outside. I'm taking it inside. X and A. What? I got distracted there.
Matches like this usually result in injury.
Sorry, I don't like the camera cuts. That absolutely drives me bananas. Fatigue is on. Camera cuts off. I can't stand camera cuts. Replays off. Post-match replay off. Display the ref's count. Watermark image. Controller vibration. Yeah, I'll leave it off.
Sometimes serious injury.
Alright, just put me down already.
Power from the suplex.
You know, it looks like it might actually be a little bit nicer.
In this match. The one question's going to be who will capitalize.
Yeah, I think
the best. And the neck breaker by Owens. Cesaro definitely starting to crack.
What happened there? Did the match end?
Rules has exposed him to some real punishment.
Yeah, I think the X and A.
Reversal.
Oh,
showing his prowess. Wow, what a sequence.
What is going on?
Counter. It's like they're both
The button, the two buttons you gotta hit aren't the same on PS4 as on PC.
It is so easy to stay in touch.
I might actually like this better. At least I think it's different.
Social media outlets, including WWE's own Facebook.
No, 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 no. Doesn't work like that. Oh.
I knew it. Yeah, we knew this wasn't over.
Who's coming out? Sheamus? Yeah. Don't fall for that. Oh yeah, and he just magically gets up, of course.
He's in big trouble.
Oh no!
Kevin Owens maybe.
What was that? I can't lose this way. Look at the sweat on the wrestler. That actually looks pretty decent. You know, I'm not gonna lie. Doesn't look that ugly. Okay, I'm starting to get dizzy now.
And here's Cesaro into the quick cover.
Yeah, I gotta make sure. Is it the same button now? Oh, I almost lost. No, no, no. Give me the bat. Oh, right across the chest. Now I know how to do my signature. The two button bullshit. Right in the back of the head. Get up. Bring it. I'm gonna gut you like a catfish.
Uh-oh. Stunner! Owens hits the stunner! That hit the spot. He's finished. This is exactly... Kevin Owens gets the win.
And that's it.
Here is your winner, Kevin Owens.
I just love hearing... Oh my goodness, I'm so stressed out. I actually forgot his name. Greg Hamilton. I'm so glad to hear his voice.
Good night. What a stunner.
It looks marginally better on PC than it does on Xbox or whatever. PS4. Like I said, I have it on PS4 Pro. Okay, now this is the part where I'm pretty much done. This was a 20-minute video, so that wasn't completely terrible. We spoke about the future, the franchise, very briefly. Showed off a little bit of 2K20 on PC, because it was on sale. Today's the last day. Talked about Battlegrounds. Well, there wasn't really much to talk about, just that it's been confirmed. It is coming out. And I'm just really excited to see what happens. I'm excited to get back into this game, but on PC. With it felt a little bit smoother too. Like the frame rate was rock solid. There are a couple of times where I felt there might have been the odd little hiccup or jitter, if you want to call it that, on PS4 Pro, and I did not notice that at all on the PC. It is exactly on the same update, 1.08. And I'm not going to lie, for $20 for the deluxe, it's pretty much all the fucking shit was worth to begin with, but I'm actually really happy I got the game. I really am. That played out a lot better than I thought. I'm shocked that entrances are locked at 30 frames, but anyhow, that's it for this video. So unlike other YouTubers, if you liked the video, go ahead, give it a thumbs up. You didn't like the video, go ahead, give it a thumbs down. I'll make sure when you go to bed and you wake up, you have all those zombie WWE superstars kicking your ass, throwing your ass around. And like a zombie Sasha Banks, she just gives you a bank statement and doesn't include any money, believe me. It includes a hospital bill instead. But if you want to subscribe to the channel, I mean, naturally that would be great now. But if not, thanks for stopping by anyways. Take care, boys and girls, or whatever it is you identify as, and as always, hopefully I'll see at least some of you in the next video. Bye now.